Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick review and demo of the new NYX HD Studio Photogenic Foundation. This is one of their new products that came out in their spring collection, and I've been just dabbling in that collection, finding some hits and some misses. And for me, for this foundation, I feel like there's some pros and cons about it. So first of all, I got mine in the color Sand Sable. Con, I found my color luckily because I'm one of the light ones, and I feel like NYX covers kind of light to medium, but maybe a couple shades darker than me, not so much. Like anything above maybe an NC40 in MAC terms if you want to talk, it doesn't really cater to the really dark skin tones. You can probably pull it off your medium, but other than that, there's 5 shades. And when you're going to come out with some sort of foundation, you know how many different women are out there, I would definitely say you need to cover way more than that. Luckily for me, I found my shade, so I'm satisfied. But if you're darker, you're probably gonna have to pass on this because you're not gonna find your shade, especially with the summertime coming when you're gonna tan. Second thing about this, it is about $18. Yet another product that NYX is kind of going a little bit crazy with the price with them. Really, NYX, $18 for a foundation. You know, normally other foundations high end are about $45. This is $18. NYX has kind of been considered drugstore affordable. It's an affordable price. So I'm like, okay, $18, but I wanted to try it. The way that I justified buying this is that my favorite HD foundation is the Makeup Forever HD foundation, and I love, love, love that foundation. That one is full-on HD, great with cameras. If you're gonna do, you know, camera work, definitely go for that foundation. You can find it at Sephora. However, that foundation is about $45, a little bit more. And I'm like, okay, if this is comparable to that product, then $18, half the price. Okay, maybe I can justify that. That's how I kind of justified it, and I was like, how I was kind of okay with it. Also because I'm willing to try these products and I keep my receipt just in case I want to return it. Coverage wise, and I'll show you in this demo right now, coverage wise, I would say this is definitely a light to medium coverage, which I was okay with. I feel like the Makeup Forever HD is also kind of a light to medium coverage, but I feel like this is in general a little bit lighter, but it's nice because it's not full coverage, so it doesn't cover everything completely, so it still makes you look a little bit natural. When I use the Beauty Blender, you're definitely going to get a light coverage. You can build on that. But me, if I want the full coverage like I did today, I definitely would go with the stippling brush, and I actually really like the coverage. With one layer, I think it's fine. If you don't have like any blemishes, you're perfect. I have a couple blemishes, but with any foundation that I have that's a light to medium, I can go in there with kind of concealer. But it covers, it evens out really nicely. I love the coverage of it. And then I was actually a little bit afraid of this because a lot of foundations, normally they're going to be on the matte side or maybe on the satin side. And I like this because I found it a little bit dewy. It was kind of left me a little dewy residue. So for my dry skin, I actually really love this foundation. And I've seen some girls who have oily skin who actually, you know, really like this too. So I feel like it's a satin, but I can make it a little bit dewy. Where it's matte, it's a lot harder to do. So I really like it. I can get that dewy effect with it, or if you're oily, kind of keep that more of the satin effect that it has. Longevity, the longevity of this foundation is actually really, really nice. I like the wear time and how it wears. I think the one time I had it the longest, I think I wore it for about 8 hours. I think I got ready around 6 o'clock. Finally got home around 2 a.m. and it stayed pretty nicely. And actually, I think I like how it wears throughout the day. It's one of those foundations that looks good as you kind of go out throughout the day. So that was actually kind of nice. The other foundation that I've kind of had that effect with has been like the Revlon Color Stay Whipped, where it looks better as the day goes on. And for me personally, I feel like at the end of the day, I was like, I kind of liked it because it kind of like infused together, like airbrushed itself out throughout the day a little bit. So I really love that. So I was very pleased, you know, throughout the day I was kind of checking out like, all right, how you doing, especially up here. I feel like is where it might get maybe a little bit more patchy when I'm dry on my forehead, on tops of my cheeks, but it looked really nice. Maybe because it kind of got a little bit oilier throughout the day, but as a dry person, I kind of appreciate that. So that gives me, I can pull off that dew. I can say I'm dewy instead of oily. If you're oily, you might look a little bit oily. As for the claims that it makes for being, you know, HD studio, camera friendly, I would say pretty much, I kind of agree with that. I would say yes. The reason why is because if you'll see in the thumbnail, or I generally have been trying to wear this whenever I do videos, and tell me if on camera, but even with my photos that I do with it, I use flash. And I love how the photos come out. It does give you that silky smooth appearance. And then also when I take photos with the flash, it definitely doesn't give me that white cast. I have not noticed any sort of white cast. I did a photo where it was kind of pretty much dark, and I did the iPhone flash, which is that intense flash, and I did not get a white cast. The only thing I will say is that because I go more for the dewy look myself, it did kind of enhance those shiny spots where I am kind of extra dewy there. So that's the only thing I would say. But if you're going more for the satin finish, mattified finish, you're using that mattified powder on top, I don't think you will have that issue. That's the only thing maybe I was like, I wasn't too big of a fan of, but I was doing the dew, so that's usually what happens anyway. So we'll call that my glow instead. But I did not see a white cast, which I think I really liked about that. So I would say that, yeah, if I'm going to go for something, you know, a little bit more HD studio as opposed to the Makeup Forever that I love, I think this is a great substitute for me. However, if you're darker, you're probably not going to find your color. Hopefully they come out with some more colors. And then the other thing that I like is that NYX has that buy one get one 50% off, so if you want to use, you know, for multiple people you want to get this foundation, I think it would be a good idea. So overall, I really been enjoying this foundation. I definitely will keep using this, and the fact that I've been reaching for it a lot, not only to test it out, but because I actually really like it, says a lot. And I feel like for me personally, this has really been working, whether it's the fact that I can make it dewy, or in the summertime when I'm going to get a little bit more oily, I can keep it down to that satin finish so I don't kind of get those glow marks in photos. But the fact that I did not get flashback was also really great. The fact that I found my color, not everybody will, but if you're, you know, of a lighter skin tone, a little bit tanner, you can make this work. The price could have been better. But I justify it given the fact that the other HD foundation that I really like is high-end, double the price. So I hope you guys enjoy this quick review and demo. I've been testing out a bunch of NYX products, and I'm so glad I found a product that I really liked from their new line. There's definitely some more coming, not only from NYX, but different, you know, kind of makeup lines. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what other types of videos you'd like to see, and I'll make sure to link down below some other reviews, recent reviews that I've done, or just scroll through my channel, whatever you feel like. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.